And Biden patting himself on the back after America added 850,000 jobs last month. He is claiming it is all because of trillions in government spending. Watch.
None of this happened by accident. Again, it's a direct result of the American Rescue Plan. The last time the economy grew at this rate was in 1984, and Ronald Reagan was telling us it's morning in America. Well, it's getting close to afternoon here. The sun is coming out.
The White House is getting mocked as well for a corny social media post bragging about how Americans will save 16 cents this year on food at their 4th of July barbecues. And Biden was in no mood to take tough questions heading into the holiday weekend.
I want to talk about happy things, man. It's 4th of July. I'm concerned that you guys are asking me questions that I'll answer next week, but this is a holiday weekend. I'm going to celebrate it. There's great things happening. Economy's growing faster than any time in 40 years. We've got a record number of new jobs. COVID deaths are down 90%. Wages are up faster than any time in 15 years. We're bringing our troops home.
All right, so Will, don't you dare ask the president about Afghanistan as he's heading to a barbecue. That is just unacceptable. It concerns him. What concerns you about what came out of his mouth?
That he only wants to talk about happy things. He also said it's late in the afternoon, which means it's about dinner time for Uncle Joe. So it's time to retire and head off and think about happy things. You know, one of the things I like about this past year, and look, when you say the economy is growing at a record rate, that's because, once again, let's remind ourselves, it was shut down. It was at a grinding halt. So, yeah, it's going to pick up some steam coming back from a total stop. But politics and these debates we normally have are kind of theoretical. You take a liberal and you take a conservative and you say, well, how do our ideas play out over decades? Not this past year. We've had essentially gain of function for political ideas. We have seen how lockdowns have worked, how disincentive, like high unemployment insurance strung out over years or over a year has worked. We have seen liberal policies play out in reality. And the judgment has come back within a resounding failure rate. Joe Biden's policies, Democratic, liberal politics, liberal economics, lockdowns, every step of the way, it's not theoretical anymore. We have real world evidence. These are failures. And look at the states, by the way, they're coming back. Look at the states. 15 states now have come back to normal from lockdown. 12 of those are red states. 12 of those are states that embodied open policies when it comes to the economy. This doesn't have to be a theoretical debate anymore. We can see the world around us.
Jessica, I feel like Will was talking to you that whole time. So do you want to?
I believe we were having a private moment there. A private economic moment. Oh, that's literally the bravest man at Fox News has ever insured me. There was a lot of sense to what Will was talking about. We do have, every month we get so much more information, and this starts at the kickoff of the pandemic, right? From when we had people on both sides of the aisle, the Surgeon General and Dr. Fauci saying no masks yet, right? And then we get more information, we know how airborne it is, et cetera. You're right about the economies of those red states. There are also population issues, density issues for blue states, like in New York, for instance. It's just very different to manage that. I mean, we can't spread out here. Right, like I can't be away from my neighbor. But if I live in a more sparsely populated red state, I could do that. I think that you also need to pay attention to a rise in COVID and infection rates that are going up in red states, and that we have a vaccination problem in those states. We have an 18 to 24, 25-year-old problem, and we have a red state problem with that. And with the Delta variant coming, which is not more deadly, but more transmissible, that's something on our radar. I see that it's true.
The Delta variant, woo!
But you don't want everyone who is in the hospital right now with COVID is not vaccinated. Everyone should be getting vaccinated no matter where you live. I do think taking this victory lap on a jobs report, 850,000 jobs, that's 3 million in 5 months, the most of any presidency on record. We went through the Depression. Obama inherited a pretty bum deal out of Bush. Didn't get that many jobs. He should take that lap. Hourly pay rise, 3.6%. That's more than pre-pandemic levels. So there is something to be talking about for Biden.
And Dagan, but with those numbers also include unemployment rising. So it sort of reflects there is a brokenness to the system. So since a lot of what came out of the president's mouth was sort of untrue, can you please enlighten us to the real numbers that we should be worried about?
Well, lies. What Biden said was disingenuous. I will say that. He was talking about, instead of workers competing with each other for jobs that are scarce, employers are competing with each other to attract workers. That's competition. No, it's not. The government is paying $300 per week extra for people to stay on unemployment. You have a record number of job openings in this country, 9.3 million job openings. So the job market would actually be growing much faster if this extra $300 didn't exist for the unemployed. There's a scarcity of workers. You have people will be trying to fill up their cars over the weekend, and there will be gas stations that don't have any gas simply because they don't have enough truckers who are licensed to haul fuel to get the fuel to the fueling stations, to the service stations. So when Joe Biden is talking about natural competition, they actually, if you look at the states that have gotten rid of the extra unemployment benefits, people are falling off unemployment even quicker in those states. It expires in September, but this is all a economy that is being propped up, or people on unemployment being propped up by the government intervention and fiat. And just one more thing, they're talking about $16 16 cents less than last year. Well, because nobody celebrated the 4th of July last year, and it's up 8% from 2 years ago. So that's 16 cents. That'll buy you a whole 1/20th of a gallon of gas, because you got 7-year highs on gasoline, because Joe Biden's taking a chainsaw to the energy sector in part.
So speaking of that, are you upset it's going to cost you like $1,000 to fill up your Defender tank as you cruise into Independence Day celebration?
Well, as you know, as a former professional cheerleader, it is hard to be happy. I do know what I'm going to do with my 16 cents. I looked up at the 1-year CD. If I put it in a 1-year CD at 0.5% by this time next year, that 16 cents will be 22 cents.
You're rich.
So there you go. That's going to be great. The weird thing about the economy is that it's so kind of oddly dependable that you could turn it off and then turn it on like it's an air conditioner on a hot day. I didn't think that would be possible. When you think about like last year, and we turned the thing off, and then we kept the children away from the switches, and then we turned it back on. It's actually probably more like a self-driving car, our economy. And the president should be sitting in the driver's seat, but not really touching anything. Just letting it go. But the scary thing about Joe is that he's really not behind the wheel.
No, and
somebody else is.
Yeah, and he's like the guy in Arizona that was like on his phone while the self-driving car crashed into a wall or whatever it was.
Yes. Good analogy, Emily.
Yes, you're welcome. All right, up next.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.